Let's go back to Baltimore this morning. You are listening to Kilmar Abrego Garcia's lawyer speak in front of that building.
At 8 a.m. this morning, the notice stated that the reason was interview. Clearly, that was false. There was no need for them to take him into ICE detention. He was already on electronic monitoring from the U.S. Marshal Service and basically on house arrest. The only reason that they've chosen to take him into detention is to punish him. To punish him for exercising his constitutional rights. His constitutional right to fight back against being illegally deported to El Salvador. His constitutional right to speak up through his court filings on the torture and treatment that he received in El Salvador at the direct request of our government. His constitutional right not to allow his arm to be twisted to take a guilty plea if he doesn't want to. His constitutional right to exercise his right to a jury trial on his criminal proceedings if he so chooses. And his constitutional right and his right under the Bail Reform Act to leave the prison and come home to his family. He's being punished for exercising those rights. We asked the ICE officer what the reason for his detention was. The ICE officer didn't answer. The ICE officer stated that he'll be taken to a detention center. We asked the ICE officer which detention center. The ICE officer said that they weren't able to say. We asked the ICE officer for a copy of any paperwork that's being served on him today. The ICE officer wouldn't commit to even giving us that paperwork. In the last 5 minutes, Mr. Abrego Garcia has filed a new lawsuit in the Federal District Court for the District of Maryland, challenging his current confinement and challenging deportation to Uganda or to any other country unless and until he's had a fair trial as in an immigration court, as well as his full appeal rights. In 2019, Mr. Abrego Garcia had a full trial. It lasted over 2 days in this building behind me. And the result of that trial was that the judge entered an order that he could not be deported to El Salvador. That order was not even appealed by the government. If they want to deport him to any other country, they need to go through that exact same process. Unless and until they have gone through that process, they do not have the right to put him on an airplane. And that's what we're going to be asking the district court to ensure, that he is not put on any flight to any country whatsoever, whether it's Uganda, South Sudan, what have you, unless and until he has had a full and fair trial in an immigration court as well as his full appeal rights. So he's filed a lawsuit seeking to ensure that he is not removed from the United States pending his immigration proceedings. We'll certainly be advising you as to the progress of that lawsuit. The courthouse isn't even open for the day yet. But other than that, his family was, and he was exceedingly grateful to see the tremendous amount of support today and over the weekend. This is a person who didn't even know that he had anyone looking out for him, much less the entire nation, for the 3 months that he was detained in El Salvador. This is a person who, feared that the world had forgotten about him. And so you can imagine how much it filled his heart to learn that not only was it not true that the world had forgotten about him, but that the whole world was behind him and was marching and raising their voices and raising their fists to support him. Has filled his heart throughout these past months. Let me repeat that in Spanish. El día de hoy, Kilmar Abrego Garcia fue detenido por ICE.
Okay, what you're listening to is Kilmar Abrego Garcia's attorney wrapping up live remarks in Baltimore just now, really giving the crowd an update on his case. He has confirmed that Abrego Garcia was officially taken into custody by ICE this morning. He says the only reason they chose to take him into detention was to punish him for exercising his constitutional rights for being deported to El Salvador. The crowd, if you didn't hear, chanting shouts of shame, shame as he spoke. He also confirmed that in the last 5 minutes, Abrego Garcia has filed a new lawsuit in Maryland challenging his current confinement and challenging his deportation to Uganda or any other country.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.